don't take life too seriously because you'll never get out alive. It's very true, you know. You're never going to get out alive, so have some fun while you're here. Either you're the biggest star they've ever seen or you're done.
Yeah.
You know, I somehow found that, I got lucky and found that weird sort of middle ground where I was able to kind of just slowly build my career.
If I wasn't an actor, what would I do for a living?
Holy crap.
Man.
All right.
Okay, I know. I would say President of the United States of America.
Thank you so much.
Guys.
Good friend. He's a good
Way to
friend.
get topical.
Just vomited in his
Good
mouth.
friend.
No, I was going to say he'd be a general in the armed forces of some kind, which I think is pretty great. Or
And it's the same
a
one?
pumpkin butter salesman. Just a door-to-door pumpkin butter salesman. DJ is always unexpected in his
You never
entrepreneurial
know.
pursuits.
He's original.
So it's a scalable business. It's a growth industry. So I don't know. Maybe sign this for you, DJ.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yep,
Thank you.
no
I love.
problem. So I became kind of hyper-perceptive as a kid, and I know that contributed in enormous ways to the different paths I chose in life, you know, particularly show business and that sort of thing. I was able to kind of constantly mimic people or watch people and look for tiny signs and big signs of, you know, danger.
This is an American-made gin.
It's an American gin, a little smoother than its British counterparts, a little more drinkable. Wow, I sound like a pro.
Yeah, you're actually getting good at
I
this.
really know nothing about gin. If I ran the company for real, it would be on fire.
It was tough. I was a kid I had a lot of anxiety, a lot of different kind of phobias and issues that I had to sort of work through, and it took me a long time to kind of recognize those things as assets as opposed to liabilities.
You know, I was nervous. I mean, you know, when you're working with a child actor, you first thing you think is, I want to take my life with fire.
Right.
You know,
I always thought I'd end up as in law enforcement, like my family. So I didn't imagine that acting was a way to get out of the house. It wasn't really like a passion when I was a kid. It was something that I was already doing at home.
I banged his face very, very hard with my head, which for a young actor, that doesn't feel good. I didn't know what to do in the moment. You know, I didn't know if I should call for help. Not for him, for me.
I was supposed to be at Kwantlen University in British Columbia, Canada, and I did go there for 45 minutes and said nope, and I left. I moved to Los Angeles to get into improv comedy. I just thought, I'm going to go do this thing, and I'm going to give it a year, and if it works, great. If it doesn't, I'll go back to school, get a degree, and go join the workforce.
Operation Jakey Jakes and Rai Rai.
Oh, somebody's been reading my diary.
And does my body language say anything about the line of questioning that may
sounds like you're
about
shut
to
off.
occur?
You lost him, but you have me. Look at this.
What's my go-to karaoke song?
Oh, this is good.
So I would say Spice Girls.
Oh.
I'll tell you what.
It's a very good choice. That's
Right?
Blake. That's
You would
Blake,
go
though.
for it.
No, that's all Blake.
You see?
She would only like the Spice Girls catalog. Yeah.
I can see that.
Go. Are you kidding me? You can't. She knows more about the Spice Girls than the Spice Girls do. Oh my God.
I would
Yes,
say.
wrong though.
See? I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong.
So
totally
close,
wrong.
so close though.
I think I'm right.
Yeah,
2 songs. Staying Alive.
that's a good one.
Wow. Oh yeah.
Right? The other one is a little classic, I'm sure you know. It's called Baby I Love You from the Yahoos. Baby I love you, but leave me the fuck alone.
Yes.
Right?
How does it go?
I like that last
Oh,
part.
baby, I love you. Just leave me
Right.
the fuck alone. It
I don't
is-
know this one.
You guys are both so wrong. It's Hold On by Wilson Phillips. It was about 6 weeks into my trip in Los Angeles, and I called them and said, "Hey, I'm in Los Angeles. I'm not in school." My father hung up on me, and then my mom called me back, and she was always kind of the voice of reason, and then my father sort of came around.
After you make so much money, do you even care if it flops or not?
How do you? I work for 20th Century Fox. What do you think I'm paid in spit and insults?
I noticed when I was a kid, making people laugh was a great self-defense mechanism. It really helped me kind of navigate my way through my own home. It was a means to an end. It was just a way to get out of the house, and I could act. I didn't necessarily want to. I just knew I could.
We went out to the Museum of Natural History. She wanted to see the turtles, and she drags me across the park, Central Park, all the way into FAO Schwartz. I'm in there. I'm just longing for death.
Always just embrace this idea that you know nothing, because you don't. I mean, as soon as you think you know exactly how it's all going to go down, or or what audiences are really yearning for, you know, you can be surprised.
What does Jake Gyllenhaal, what does he eat? Well, funny you should ask. Baby pandas. 11 years ago, I remember reading a Deadpool comic and feeling like this is a once-in-a-lifetime connection. And then a few years later, I met my wife, and I was like, oh, I guess a once-in-a-lifetime connection can happen twice. And then, and then we had our children, and that's when I realized that I love gin.
What is my favorite workout?
God. I think it's Pilates and yoga.
Meh, wrong.
I think it's she likes to throw that squat rack on her back and get 400 pounds up. Or Zumba?
Zumba. Love Zumba.
What? Hey, I might
Never
be kind
done
of close.
it, but I hear it's great.
Oh, never mind
No, I love to do like gym work, but I love to do abs work. It pays off.
Ab work. Really?
Abdominal workout.
You know, you get by on your wits. That's how you do it. You don't get by on your fists. So, yeah, it was kind of a rough household. I was less like the youngest brother, but more like a moving target. Okay. It was a lot of that stuff.
Ryan bought me a stuffed toy. It cost $300. What an idiot.
And it's like, at that moment, I fell hopelessly in love with this little girl.
That's a smart kid, yeah.
I'm kidnapping you and keeping you for the rest of my life. Yeah.
I believe in film and any endeavor to be a process of collaboration. I think you always have to listen and always ask for help. And the best leaders are the people that hire the best people. So that's, for me, that's the thing that I think that's the biggest lesson I've learned. Is like, you know, just hire the best people you can. People that you connect with, people that you love, people that, you know, you can learn from.
But he knocks on my trailer, on my dressing room door, and he says, you know, can I run this scene with you real quick? And I'm like, what? I ripping my Denzel Washington poster down, and like, you know, yes, come on in, you know, and he's fine.
What's the one thing I spend the most money on?
What do you have? You really wrote an essay.
I did. All right. Well, I said hookers and blow. But
I would not associate with hookers.
Blows, however.
But I put just kidding. Just kidding. Very important that everybody sees. Traveling home to see his family is what he spends the most money on. And I know that for
When I'm at home, nestled in with the kids, and we're watching this interview, it is going to be amazing. It is going to be amazing.
Who are...
hookers and blow. What is
Yeah. What does that mean?
What does Maui mean by hookers and blow?
I agree with DJ. It's probably traveling back home to see his family, but I would say pies, and I would say mixers.
Ooh.
I love pies.
I know you do.
And I love mixers.
I know you do.
Not the party, just
I don't
like
know
mixers.
if it's something you really... It's not, like, expensive. But
Well,
like you
can spend a lot of money on the right
yourself
kind of
with
pie.
A good drink
if the
and a
pie is made entirely of cocaine, it is very expensive.
by hookers,
Very
yes.
expensive baked goods. I was going to say vasectomies that clearly don't work, but it was actually sneakers. Sneakers is the thing I spend the most money. Yeah, I gotta stop.
Really, I went through puberty at like 27.
So you didn't just work on the things. You did the voiceovers for some of the trailers. You did
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
the voiceover guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love that stuff. I do it at home all the time. Drives my wife nuts. It's you know, it's that voice that in a world divided by fear.
Thinking about your future, what's important to you?
Family, 100%. As anyone will know, it's almost frustratingly so for some of the people I work with, is that I gotta make sure that my time with my family is prioritized over anything